What's up, everybody? Today, we're gonna be... This is my Thermite presentation. Welcome to my Thermite presentation. Let's get right into it. Thermite consists of only two reactants: a metal powder and a metal oxide. The most common combination is aluminum powder and iron 3 oxide, or rust. The oxygen switches from the, in this case, chromium oxide to the aluminum, where it produces what they call in the biz a free ton of heat. As a result, in this case, you get pure iron and slag, or aluminum oxide. The reaction propagates at the speed in which the heat from the reaction spreads. There are no catalysts necessary in a thermite reaction. Because thermite is inert up to such high temperatures, it's incredibly safe in terms of accidents in storage, shockingly enough. It can survive being in a burning building, TNT explosions, and even blowtorches. Once again, to reach these high temperatures, the reaction is initiated by high heat, often with a magnesium ribbon or fireworks sparkler. The reaction can exceed 2,200 Celsius, or 4,500 Fahrenheit. The reaction is extremely bright, and due to the extreme heat, can explode, despite not being explosive, under the right circumstances. The thermite reaction was discovered in 1893 by Hans Goldschmidt. He was a German chemist. He initially struggled to sell his reaction. It was discovered when trying to find a way to purify metals, which was one of the initial uses, of course. Within thermite reactions, the produced pure metal and metal oxide separate due to density. And in the case of aluminum and rust, the resulting iron flows out first at very high heat and quite pure, making it desirable in cases such as welding. Uses include, but are not limited to, metal refining, several types of welding, incendiary weapons, and metal refining. One of the most common applications of thermite is in railroad tracks, as it is used to weld them together. Recent advancements in thermite technology include strapping it to drones in Ukraine and nanotechnology. I will now show you my attempt at making thermite. First, I dipped the steel wool into vinegar and then let it oxidize. I kneaded the steel wool to extract a fine rust powder off of it. The rusty steel wool powder went mostly into the air, so I put on a respirator I stole from Environmental. I then ground aluminum foil squares in a mortar and pestle, where the squares rubbed together, resulting in a fine powder. I was then asked to stop, so I did not keep going at my own home outside of the jurisdiction of the school. However, if I did, it might look something like this.